Hello guys, this is Mike from ICODROPS and it's been a while since our last video. Today I have a very interesting guest. His name is Ziang and he is the CEO of the Merculet project. Hello Ivan.
Hi, Mike.
How are you doing?
Very good. Nice to be here.
Nice to see you. So Ivan, please introduce yourself to our audience and tell a little bit about your background and how did you get involved in blockchain industry.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Ziang, and as you know, I'm CEO of Merculet, and I'm graduated from computer science. Maybe it's about 15 years already, and I used to be a software engineer for HP and SAP, and also the chief architect. And 3 years ago, we start a startup, and we mainly focus on to help the mobile enterprise do their growth with our two products. And one is a deep link solution, which already serving is like 3,000 applications. And for that part, it's a SDK product to help the mobile applications to do better user attraction and mobile traffic reallocation. For example, we can share one link, and with one single click on the mobile, you can be brought back to the application itself. It just like what you have done on PC. And for this part, we have similar company in America, and its name is Branch Matrix. If you know, that part is quite similar. So for us, and we are doing quite good. And the other product actually is for B2B content smart distribution system. We also help a lot of mobile applications to embed a smart content engine so they can attract user attention and convert them to user value or something like that. So basically, that's two products we provided to all the mobile applications to help them do the user growth. And since the last half part of last year, we started to evaluate the blockchain technology, and we do see that's a game changer because in that way, we all know it's a post-mobile mobile internet, right? We all know that in the past few years, it's already post mobile internet, and every resource it goes to the giant of Silicon Valley like Facebook and Google. And but for blockchain, it's a game changer because with the blockchain, with the Internet of Value, it's very convenient to build a trustable infrastructures even without seeing each other. I mean, when we see each other, I mean the enterprise to enterprise and the enterprise to the user to the user. So it's very convenient, very fast. With trust, you can work with each other. And the other thing is very interesting is we call it a token. So the token basically is something you can use to reward your user. We call it a token-driven economy. So with this one, you can add the user and ask user and cherish the user and let the user actually be part of your product. Once they help you create the product, help you share your product, help you manage your community, they get rewarded. And once they start using your product, they get rewarded. So by nature, they will be part of the application. So now for entrepreneur, you might not needed to spend your budget to the middleman, to the channel, and to the medium. You just reward it to the user, reward it to your partners. So that's what we call the basic two fundamentals for the Internet of Value. So one is a trustable infrastructure, which is backed by very solid blockchain technology. The other one is a token-driven economy, which will change the future business and how the commerce. So we all in. That's how we create the Merculet and how we want to be helped to work with these good entrepreneurs to work together to build a better decentralized commerce.
So, about a week ago, you have attended significant debate in China. You have participated as a keynote speaker to talk about the launch of the new era of the internet. How it was? Can you share your experience with us?
Actually, it was very good, and it's quite popular after my speech, because in the past few years, every entrepreneurs try all their best to do the user growth, to their business growth. But for the last few years, all these resources actually goes to the big guys, and when we see their new owner and we need to embrace it, they all get very excited. And we do talk a lot of details about how we can embrace the new way to do the growth, how we can stand the value with the users and partners. So we also got some real customers. They are trying to do the integration with us after the speech. So that's a really, I think it's a new year's requirement, and so it's very strong. So basically, that's my feedback for that. And I usually don't do the public speech, but for now, I think it's how we do it with blockchain tech, the new era, to get a consensus, right? And we need to get them know what we are doing. So actually, I did 3 speeches last week, and they are all good and top level. So the last one is EMBA Business School, China Europe Business School, with EMBA students, maybe around 60 there. We planned for 1 hour, actually last for 2 hours, because it's really hot and we have debates, we have challenges, and we also talking about the future. And we have different opinions, but we all know the new future is everyone has choice. So we just take different way and take different approach to get there.
Let's talk about Merculet.
Okay.
Can you explain the main idea of the basic concept of the project in the easiest way possible? Let's imagine that I'm 11 years old.
Okay. You're 11 years old?
No. 1.
Okay, so very simple. If you are 11 years old and you're not you don't have your startup at this time, right? You're just a normal user of the internet. So it's very interesting that usually you find some applications to use, some product to use, and the product give you the service, and you get the service, and then the relationship between you and the product itself. But now, if you use a product, for example, like an application who provide you some music, when you're listening, or you just share something you like, you get rewarded. And the rewarded is something like a token. When you first time you access a token, just some credit or point. But later you find with this point, you can buy more additional services within this system, or another favorite application you often use. Okay, so that's a basic experience from your side. You just use a product and euro, but you get rewarded and you get connected to other services. You're actually part of the product, part of the service. So that's how we see grow with the user together and let the user be part of the enterprise. So for the user, they doesn't even know, right? Just get rewarded. So that's the basic user experience. Yeah.
According to white paper, Merculet basically consists of 3 core components. They are the user attention value evaluation system, user attention tokens, and open content platform.
Yes.
So could you please describe these 3 major components and explain how are they going to interact with each other?
I think it's a whole set for the system to running. So just like I described before, and the end user, you get rewarded. But for an enterprise, they need to plan. So they need to talk about the things, how many tokens they need to issue, and how they reward this token based on what rule. So for example, like a daily basis or some about that. So that part we call it a user attention token part. This one is serving for the enterprise, for the product itself. So they need to make decisions, the business rules, and how to reward it to the user, give it to the user, and how they connect it to the ecosystem. So that's the purpose of the user attention token. But on the other side, and the normal user between, for example, you and me, how we can get it rewarded, we need a mechanism to evaluate each user's contribution to this system. So then we call it a user attention value. Basically, that's some data analytics, data tracking, and basing on the business rule, they will convert it to a relatively single point of value. Basically, it's a value, like it's also a score. It's a demonstrate how your contribution to this system. So that's a user attention value part. And also in the past few years, we see strong trend is every product is content-based. And for the applications and for the entrepreneurs, sometimes they are very difficult for them to find suitable content. But on the other side, there are a lot of content creators. They can create content. So we also have a backbone open content platform. So that part is basically working as a source of attention. So the application can choose and filter those content to their users and evaluate their attention accordingly. So that's basically three parts of this system. But behind that, I think we also have a very complex mechanism like the token-to-token part, because we provide a total solution for each entrepreneurs to embrace the token-driven operation, to work with their user together. And we also have another part to make them very convenient to work with other application owner, other entrepreneurs, very easy. We call it a token circulation and UAT to MVP, UAT to UAT, the ecosystem like that.
Speaking about the user attention value evaluation system, it is supposed to scientifically measure the value of the user's attention and at the same time seamlessly integrate with traditional reward point systems. How is it going to work? What actual methods are you going to use to evaluate the value of users' attention, and how the results of this evaluation are supposed to be integrated in existing reward point system?
I think they are on different level, because traditional credit system, there something might work, but not that significantly. So in the new Internet of Value within the blockchain technology, it's very serious when you issue token to a user. And the token itself is powered by blockchain technology itself, can be easily traded, exchanged on the market. So that's basically how it works. From the system side, actually, I think they all represent how a user contributes to a system. So if the application already have a credit system, they can integrate it and map into a user attention value. This is system-to-system integration, and what we usually to call is a B2B integration. So that part actually is done between the enterprise itself and the Merculet. And after that, that token can be traded on the market and can be traded within the enterprise itself also. But finally, I think the traditional credit system will be migrated to the new one, because we see that has a more advantage with the new attention-based rewarding system.
As soon as Merculet is launched, most likely there will be multiple attempts to hack the system, to use different cheat methods to imitate users' activities. So are you going to be prepared for this, and what methods of protection are you going to use?
There are a lot of methodologies and a lot of implementations to get this done. For example, I think for the backbone, so we have a very strong technology to detect what's normal, what's abnormal. And the other side, from the enterprise side, they also have a basic or advanced verifications once the user want to trade their token, right? So that's a basic idea. And the other thing is on the market, we can also set some smart business rule to ask the market itself do some validations, like how they get this kind of a token, and if they can be verified like a machine or like a human being. So it's not very hard, I think. Yeah.
Okay. There is a number of projects based on the idea of tokenization of user attention. For example, basic attention token. Before starting Merculet, I'm sure you have made market research and you know all the projects trying to play in the same field. What projects do you see as your potential competitors?
I think too early to talk about the competitors because new in each we all know it's a quite early stage, so we all need to contribute to the new ecosystem. So even they are doing something, we are welcome, and we are very open-minded, and we can also be integrated there. For example, we do it in America, we do it in Singapore, and someone is working in Germany. We just integrate these two ecosystems together, and then we'll make the ecosystem actually much powerful, right? So that's what we think and how we do with the other developers, the other communities. So that's our common thinking. So the other side, I also did some research, and BAT, Basic Attention Token, they have a very strong team, and we all know I'm the browser, but I think we have a different purpose, and we might work together in the future. But their purpose is try to make AdWords ties better, right? Make the ads work better. But our mission is to make the chief growth officer of every entrepreneurs. So we want to help every enterprise to embrace the new relations of production, and we want every user to get their part of value, and we want the user part of the product. And I take it as an example. So we all well trained about the lean startup, right? In the lean startup, we also have some key steps like to find your end users, right? So your end users, once it's driven by token and they get a token, I think you get a lot of end users, and they can grow your business. They can define your product better, and they can get more users to practice in your product, and they can also make you your community better, right? So in that way, I think all the business model is changed. It's including how you define a product, how you running a product, and how you do your business, and split the benefit together.
Okay, Ivan, Merculet is powered by the Crypto Group, which is known for such projects as ArcBlock and CyberMiles. Can you please tell more about Crypto? How is it connected to Merculet, and what role is it supposed to play in Merculet's evolution?
I think it's our lucky to have a crypto group and our team members. Actually, we see them as part of the team. And I think the first step they take is to challenge us. So they challenge if Merculet is necessary, and if we are already prepared for it, something like that. So the challenge actually is very tough at the beginning, right? So you see, it's getting a lot of better now because we already discussed a lot of details, like how we position and what we do. And just after that, I think they also have a very good skills on the marketing and the public relationship and the community, and even some good relationships with those important in this field. So we do appreciate their help, and we are lucky to have them to work together.
There is already a number of partnerships, including Elex, Solo Ads, and Magic Window. can you tell more about your partners and their role in Merculet's development?
Okay, actually, we have a lot of more relationships and partners besides all the three we discussed. And we have some more information later. For these three, they are our strategical partners because they are important for us to do a global expand. For the ERX, they are very famous in the game distribution. Actually, they are one of the biggest one around the world, and they have a rich experience among many countries. So that part, their channel, their resources among each countries can be used for us. And another thing is for game, it is a very important field. And when we're talking about gaming around the world, they have their pins. For example, in some countries, they don't have a very strong financial structures, how they can do the user incentive online with some small sum like red buy package, something like that. That's their pinpoint, and they want us to take it and provide a solution for that. So we did a lot of integrations, and we do some internal tests, and we have some good progress. And I think you will see it very soon. So that's the first part. The other one, solo ads, they also have a I don't quite remember how many years they're already in the world, and they're good at the advertiser part, and they also have some independent applications like screen lock applications, something like that. So we can work together to get the attention model work, get some country experience, something like that. And for the magic window, we already have more than 3,000 applications, and they do need a new way to do the user growth and to do the new transformations. And I think the requirement is already there. We just need to take time to build a solid from them, bring them into the new world of the Internet of Value. So these three are very important for our first move.
People are always the key to success in any business. So can you please tell about the Merculet's team?
So our team, right? So our team has actually have a very strong technical background. So we have built some marketing technology, very solid product like data management platform. And we also have a SDK product which already serving more than 3,000 applications, and their API calling is I think it's more than 10. It's more than 1 billion API calls for each day, for each single day. So our team also coming from some enterprise solution provider like SAP. They are famous on the ERP and some kind of CRM systems. So we are really good at to provide the total solution for business and for the enterprises. We also have some online marketing technology skills. So that's what we did and how our team is composed. And we actually have a lot of team members has more than 12 years working experience. So some of us are really very old, but very good at the technical itself.
You also have really well-known advisors like Shan Bo and Roger Lim. Can you tell more about your advisors and how are they involved in the project?
I think we only picked up those very good. So, for example, Shen Bo from Fenbo Shi and Zhang Cheng from DHVC and Roger Lim from Singapore, right? So I only named these three. So their value or their contribution to our project is mainly connecting us to the good people and connecting us to the good project because they're already in the field for many years, and they have a very good reputation, and they have a very good relationships to the entrepreneurs itself. For example, Roger Lim, he already developed a lot of good projects, and we are linking together. And actually, we are talking some cooperations between the enterprises. And Shenbo from Fenbo Shi, they also invested a lot of projects, and some of them are chain related, and some of them might be DApps. And we also have a very good in cooperations in terms of bring users into the Internet of Value and serve them with the best technology. So, and also they have a very strong contribution is we often argue each other to tell and try to make a prediction and try to bet how we can get the decentralized commerce become reality.
Your roadmap is pretty intense. Can you tell us about your plans for the next 2 years?
I think for the first year, we need to use the fastest speed to get everything running, get the token running, get the UAT running, get every entrepreneurs to embrace the new productions, the new relationships of production, and get the users get cherished by all the systems, and they all love to have choice, right? So that's the first thing we need to make sure. And for the second part, for the second year, we want to do more to make the system more robust, even running smoothly without us. So in that part, we will finally open source all our solutions, make it piece by piece, replaceable, make it an open protocol, and make it possible for everyone to make their own implementation and plug it into the system. So basically, that's our 2 years goal.
So you really have a lot to do.
Yes.
The last point in your roadmap is democratization of all aspects of the ecosystem and advancement of health development for the community without Merculet participation. Can you specify how exactly are you going to achieve this?
I think I just mentioned a little bit about that. So to demercurialization, the first thing is you need to make the system like piece by piece and divide them into different subsystems. And for each subsystem, you make it pluggable and replaceable. And every community developers, they can make their own implementation and make it very easy to plug into the system. For example, if they don't like our user attention value evaluation part, they can write their own, but just plug it into there. So the way we do that is we think in the blockchain world and in the Internet of Value, there is no one is in charge of it. No one is control everything. So everything is replaceable. But we do it in the second year because and the first year we need to prove it really works and everyone can get value. Otherwise, you are just working on something meaningful, right? So we target for the first year is a business proven year. So we need to get everyone's support to make the whole new ecosystem running and prove it's working.
So Ivan, as the CEO of Merculet, I suppose you communicate a lot with people from blockchain industry, including your well-known advisors. What is their vision of the current market situation, and what are their expectations for the next several months and for the end of the year? I usually don't predict for the whole industry because it's quite complex and different people have a different angle. But I can speak a little bit about my thought about this. Because of blockchain technology, they build a trust environment and make it very flexible to work with anyone around the world, right? And different people might have different opinion. Someone is talking about the business. Someone is talking about the code itself. So you all have your opinion. From my opinion, major part of this blockchain industry,
they are all focusing on how to improve the public chain itself, but rather than the business value, how we can achieve a faster business adoption. So that's my observation and where Merculet want to resolve. From our point of view, some technologies like permission chain is already very mutual and can be supplied to enterprise uses. So we build our multi-chain solutions to serve the end user, to serve the enterprises. So this way, we can get more supported from the industry, actually from the existing mobile ecosystems. Once we get their support, their buy-in, and their belief and their contribution, I think we can make the blockchain world much better, right? So that's how I think and how we do our practice. And for the other side, I think for many of my advisors and the industry who have a rich experience, they all know that's the future. In the future, everyone have a choice. And in the decentralized commerce, we don't have that enterprise like the giants from Silicon Valley, like Facebook or Google, but many of them don't know how to get there, right? That's the biggest pain point at this time. And many people even talking about, okay, blockchain is good, public chain is good, but it's far away from we adopt it, like 5 years to 10 years, which is really bad. So we are trying to resolve this problem and getting more people, getting more enterprise on board with the new relations of production. Okay. So I think that's from my sharing.
Yeah, that's great. So, Ivan, in the end of the interview, is there something you want to tell or maybe to wish to our community?
Okay, talk a little bit about myself. So, starting from last year about the blockchain technology, we also experienced so from the learning doubt to all-in blockchain technology. I think we do see the future and we do believe the future, and we also need to find those who have a belief, who understand what Merculet is trying to do with these entrepreneurs together, who really believe to work with us together to create the future. That's what I want to see to all of us. The future is already there. We need to build it.
Thank you for the interview, Ivan. ICODROPS team wishes all the best to your project.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the bell button and you will never miss next video. Have a great day and goodbye.